adults will eat more vegetables. And people think I'm joking, but I'm actually quite serious. And it's a good line in to say, buy local produce and support your local greengrocers and all those sorts of things. We were doing the Australian Made campaign in this area 20 years ago, and none of that's new or different. We just have to package it up so people understand and make it easier for them to go and actually buy local whenever they're out and about. That's the important thing. So there's lots of projects to do, and of course I'm very busy promoting the Muriel Matter Society and the importance of democracy, because democracy, if we don't keep the vigilant eye going, and when you look at the rest of the world, you see what can happen.
Well, I appreciate your time this afternoon, and I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more over the next year in the lead up to 2026, March 2026. Frances Bedford.
That'd be great.
Thank you for your time.
Great. No, thank you very much for the call. See you, Stacey.
Appreciate it. Bye. Frances Bedford there, running in the seat of Florey at next year's election. It's time for the 3 o'clock news. After that, Tech Talk with Richard Pascoe, so get your phone ready.
The FIVEAA Sports Show. Rowie and Timmy G.
The Buddy Franklin rule.
Yeah.
He signed for 10 years and he didn't have to have the board to sign it off. From now on, anything 6 years or over has to get multiple signatures. They're calling it the Buddy rule.
Good one,
I think that is a good one. How many 6+ year contracts went pop-ball?
The FIVEAA Sports Show.
Some are getting 9 years, 8 years, and you're going, really?
Weekdays from 4 p.m. on FIVEAA. Always Adelaide.
Getting a little crazy. Look here. Look at shorty got back. Should I ask her for a dance? Hold on, there's too many in the wolf pack.
Introducing the all-electric 7-seat Kia EV9 with premium relaxation seats, remote smart park assist, and up to 505 kilometres of range. The Kia EV9. Visit kia.com.au to find out more.
Kia, movement that inspires.
They say 20,000 hours in any field makes you master of it. So imagine what 160 years makes you. For more than 160 years, Anglicare SA has supported South Australians in need. Whether it's gardening, meal prep, housework or transport to appointments, Anglicare SA gives seniors as much or as little support as they need. For more on Anglicare SA's coordination and clinical services, visit anglicaresa.com.au.
When you call on LAM to fit you out with solar, aircon or general electrical maintenance, here's what you can expect. A bunch of local, South Aussie Sparkies who care about finding the best solution for your home. They're dead honest, and they don't. So if you're thinking about solar, aircon, or you just need a Sparky, search for LAM. LAMM. LAM Solar. Get a free quote today.
If you're building a home, the Selector Homes Display Village is a great place to start. Your ideas and imagination will flow. There's nothing else quite like it in Adelaide. Different homes for different lifestyles, all in the one location. Walk through the sanctuary. It's simply stunning, with an incredible Jarrah facade, polished concrete floors and a sensational use of space. Explore the Selector Homes and Building Solutions Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton. Visit selectorhomes.com.au.
The very latest news and information. This is FIVEAA News. Always Adelaide.
Sunny this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 27. With the 3 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Keyser Physiotherapy, Rehabilitation and Strength Training. Build strength with precision at Keyser Norwood.
Adelaide is sweltering, a top of 42.6 just after 2:30, making us the hottest city in the world. The forecast top is 43. The Bureau's Daniel Hayes has been keeping an eye on regional centres.
We have gotten up to 46 degrees at Cooper Pedy, 46.5 at Tarcoola. Those are looking like the peaks so far.
There is a change due late tonight. Due to the extreme heat, Adelaide Metro is making modifications this afternoon to the tram timetable. There'll be a reduction in services from 4:30. The Transport Department's Michelle Spagnoletti explains why.
Consecutive days of this kind of heat can cause some issues across the network. Track bustling's pretty rare, but it can impact the overhead wires or the signalling system. So we're just trying to take some pressure off the network during that hottest part of the day.
The speed limit has been lowered along part of Unley Road. The signs didn't go up as planned this morning, but it's now 50 between Greenhill Road and Wattle and Park Streets. Mayor Michael Hewitson says it'll make it safer around the shopping strip without hindering motorists too much.
The cost in time out of peak period, because you can't do anything like 50k an hour during peak period, is just 7 seconds. The difference in the feel of the road and the speed of the traffic out of peak period times is significant. It makes it more livable.
The Prime Minister says 2 New South Wales health workers threatening to kill Israeli patients should face the full force of the law. The clip of the male and female nurse from Bankstown Hospital was posted on social media. The pair have been stood down while the State Health Department investigates the matter. Anthony Albanese telling Parliament the video is sickening.
It is very clear to me that these people have committed what are crimes, and they should face the full force of the law.
Small regional airlines say the process to sell Rex has been poorly managed. Administrators have been trying to find a buyer for the troubled company. The federal government may now step in and take over the airline if a new owner can't be found. Now turning to 5AA sport, a one-dayer between Australia and Sri Lanka is just getting underway. The Sri Lankans won the toss and will bat first. Meantime, Test spinner Matthew Kuhnemann has been reported for a suspect bowling action. He'll undergo 3 weeks of mandatory testing to determine the legality of his action. To footy, and Ken Hinkley is getting ready for his final season at the helm at Alberton. The Power's longest-serving coach says he's on board with the succession plan as Josh Carr to take over from 2026.
I've enjoyed open dialogue with the club for some time now in regards to my final season in charge. Here at Port Adelaide, we'll always have an eye for the future, and as I've been saying for some time, Josh Carr will be an outstanding future senior coach of this football club. Without question, I still have the fire and the burn and the desire to lead this club in 2025.
And Australian diver Melissa Wu has announced her retirement from the sport. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Traffic is moving smoothly this afternoon, but there's a breakdown on the freeway near the Measdays ramp, causing a few delays on North East Road. Urgent telecommunications works are taking place near Hancock Road, which may slow you down. Be mindful of roadworks on Morfett Road near Gorda Place, Seacombe Gardens, and on Majors Road near the Southern Expressway at O'Halloran Hill. Rivers is closing down and the savings are huge, 50 to 80% off store-wide, bargains from $8. Rush in to save big before Rivers close for good. T's and C's apply. That's Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast: sunny this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow 27, Friday a shower or two 25, and Saturday 22. Right now it's 42 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglis. Tonight, SA swelters. Adelaide, the hottest city in the world, as temperatures in the state's north soar close to 50 degrees. Port Adelaide's power move to bring in a new coach. Fresh concerns for a weight loss drug linked to vision loss. And Diamond Dilemma, the rise of lab-grown gems selling for a fraction of the price. 9 News, your news, 9 at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
At 8 minutes past 3, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the third and final hour of the afternoon's program. We're now live on the Facebook and YouTube live stream, so jump on and say hi. And before we get into tech talk, I'd like to talk tech. No, sorry, that was silly. I have an update for you on a story we were talking about yesterday. This was Telstra services being down in the Mount Barker region yesterday. They were all switched back on and the issue was identified yesterday afternoon. But we have a further update from the Telstra team. This is from Telstra Regional General Manager for South Australia, Michael Patterson, that the company says our investigation has revealed a third-party operator unintentionally damaged our fibre optic cable, which impacted Telstra services. While the cable wasn't cut deliberately and our technicians worked as quickly as possible to restore the services last night, the damage caused still impacted services for business and communities. To avoid property damage, service disruptions, injury or costly fines, it's important to dial before you dig on 1100. prior to commencing to any excavation works? Because I think that was a fear that a few people had when we found out that it was due to a cut fibre optic cable. A lot of people had suggested that maybe because of the heat it was intentionally cut. So it's good to have that update from Telstra that it was not deliberate, but a timely reminder to dial before you dig. There you go.
Pasco, Pasco, can you turn it off and then can you turn it on again? Hey!
Richard Pasco, Adelaide tech guy in the studio. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialists. You would dial every time you dig. I do, but I don't dig. Oh, well, there you go. Not
to that great extent. So yeah, dial before you dig, people. So
Yes.
we've seen it so many times over the years.
We have.
Yep.
Yeah. Just
Do the right thing.
You got to do it.
You do.
All right, if you've got a question for Richard, jump on the phone. 8223 0000 is the number. And Richard, we've been talking all day about the hot weather.
Is
and
it hot?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Haven't
really?
you noticed?
Oh, just slightly.
How it's affecting different people and different things. 42.1 degrees in the city right now.
It's getting up there.
It's getting up there. It was 47.2 in Oodnadatta earlier.
Yeah, don't go to Oodnadatta, people.
Well, I was about to say, we're going to go to Oodnadatta in about half an hour and check in and see how
On
they're
the phone,
going.
it's okay. Yes.
But hot weather can affect our tech as well.
It can. Smartphones.
Mm.
The amount I've seen sitting on people's dashboards today, so it sits right up on the, you know, how they put little
in the
part
cradle.
on the cradle to go along hot. You're cooking your phone, people. Don't do that.
Oh, that's a... Well, if you've got your cradle that sits in your car and you're just used to automatically doing that every day, you put it in and you wouldn't think twice.
No,
but of course...
But if you stick your hand on there, just leave it on there for a while, you know, and I know a lot of people say, well, I'll put the air conditioner on, I understand all that. You'll cook the phone.
Yeah, they don't do too well in the heat.
They don't. And don't do as somebody did a couple of years ago. Basically, the phone overheats, message comes up, don't use the phone, it's too hot, can't use the phone now. Then they took the phone and went, oh, I need to use it quickly, so they put it in the freezer.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I'm assuming that's not good for it.
No, it's not good.
No.
No.
Would
Rapid hot, rapid cold. Yeah, you're shortening the life of the phone.
I was going to say, would that have damaged the phone? Would it?
Yes, it would have.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, we don't do that sort of thing. We let it cool down naturally, put it in the shade or something, give it a little umbrella,
Yeah.
little fan as it goes. Just bring it down naturally.
It doesn't need a cool drink.
No, it doesn't need
It doesn't need a cool drink.
I was actually thinking that, can you imagine driving along with one of those cradles and it's got one of those little drink fans,
Drink umbrellas.
Drink umbrella over the top of it. So, yeah.
Perfect.
That'd be good going through the cameras.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Protect you on the camera. No.
No.
You don't need protecting if you're not doing the wrong thing, people.
Exactly right.
All right, let's go to Joe in Manapara. He's called on 8223 0000. Hi, Joe.
Good afternoon to both of you. This is the day that's why God invented FIVEAA beer.
That's exactly right. Any beer, Joe, is good today.
It is. Richard, come the day when Windows 10 no longer works and you have to buy a new computer because your computer's old, going into Google One, will that help in the transfer over when you get your new computer?
No.
Or is there a better way of doing it?
Yeah, I mean, you can back it up to a hard drive. You can use OneDrive if you want to go along and back it up over the internet. OneDrive works very, very well to go along and do that. Google One's is more designed for your smartphone to make sure things are bad. Yeah, to make sure.
Because I go back in the olden days. I beg your pardon. I go back in the olden days, in the 80s, when we used to change. Things just collapsed on your computer, which was regular.
Yes.
And you used floppy disks.
Yep.
And you did it by trickery, shutting one eye, sticking your tongue out, and it all went well together. But because there's no floppy disks anymore, they're not there.
Yeah, Joe,
I'm from that age.
Can I interrupt you, Joe? There is a hardware store on the York Peninsula that, as far as I know, still has floppy disks if you ask for them.
Really?
Yes. So have you sold many, mate? No, but if somebody wants one, I've got one here.
Well, there you go.
But my point, you've answered the question well. So it's still sort of like going back the old DOS way. going, getting up. But I've certainly got my spare hard drives that just plug in.
Yeah. So you would open up your user profile, Joe, right? And inside your user profile, we've got desktop, documents, pictures, videos and downloads. They're the folders that you copy over to the hard drive, put it in the new one, and just copy those folders. And
Understood.
You've got
so
90%.
It is the same way as it used to be in the olden days, as such.
That's it.
Okay, I thank you for that. Appreciate it.
There you go, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
No need to stand on one foot or do any of that anymore.
No,
there you go.
No, when you do it. And, we're going to get this question a lot now, Stacey, as we head towards October of this year. And what I'm saying to people is, at the moment, I wouldn't panic. I would say most of you are going to have to go along and get a new computer.
Yep.
Because your old one, which you paid a lot of money for, and I understand all of that, but times have moved on. And it's the security requirements for the new computers that are out there. I still look at it as a waste that we're going to throw basically all this tech into recycling.
I agree.
And that worries me. There will be the...
When you say, sorry, just to interrupt, recycling, don't put it in your recycling bin.
No.
There's
You've got to
special
wipe.
tech bins.
You've got to wipe. Make sure you wipe it all first, and we'll keep bringing this up. But as we get closer to the event, you'll have the option to pay $50 to Microsoft, and they'll send you updates for a year, which is not a bad deal. But I think at the moment, Windows 10 is still the dominant operating system in the world. I think Microsoft might have an issue and hopefully might push it out a bit further. But if it happens, I'll let you know here.
Okay. I think you've answered Libby's question. Richard, I still have a desktop computer with high tower. I only use it for standard Excel and Word documents, general Google searches and storing photos. Will I still be able to use it if my system does not support Windows 11?
Because you're going on the internet, that's where the issues are going to start to lie. So in the first couple of months, I'd say you should be fine. But after that, as software starts to develop and updates come down, that's where the issues are going to happen.
So if you were only using it for Excel and Word,
you'd be fine.
You'd be fine. But
if you're not going on the internet, yeah.
Because you're using it for internet?
That's it.
Yep, it'll stop working.
You're going out in the Wild West.
Okay. There you go, Libby. Unfortunately, that answers your question. Probably not the answer you wanted, but anyway.
Sad, Libby.
Let's go to Zelko in Parkside. Hi, Zelko.
Hi, guys. Richard, wife's got a S9. One of her apps that she needs, she went to update, telling her there's not enough storage in the phone to update.
Right.
And she's tried deleting, a bucket load of stuff she doesn't need, but there's still not enough room. So does that mean that she's basically got to get a new phone, or is there a way around it?
Depends what's on the phone, Zelko. So you know, normally what really fills a phone up is photos and videos. So you could transfer those to a computer if you really wanted to. But the S9 is how many years old now?
S9, you better be 6-7 years old, wouldn't it?
It's time for a new one.
Yeah.
All right, it's Valentine's Day on Friday, Zelko. All right.
So romantic. Well, practicality is romantic.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Zelko, I wouldn't recommend. I would suggest
Come on, Zelko,
flowers or chocolate or something else.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
it.
please do. See ya.
Thanks.
Bye. Zelko in Parkside.
His wife would be happy. They'd be, look at the new phone you've got here, like that.
Maybe something romantic on the side as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
Not service station flowers, though, Zelko. Just
No,
put
no,
that
yeah,
out there like that. So, yes.
Some nice flowers from
Nice
somewhere
flowers.
else. Yes, absolutely. All right, a quick break, and then Richard will take some more calls. 8223 0000.
Margie loves it when people comment on her garden.
I love your roses, Margie.
As a keen gardener for many years, it fills her heart with pride and joy.
Ah, just stunning, Margie.
And at Anglicare SA, it warms our hearts to let Margie take all the credit. Anglicare SA's home and community services for seniors can be tailored to anything you need, whether it's personal care, shopping, coordination and clinical services, or gardening. For more, visit anglicaresa.com.au.
Hi, I'm Piper, a registered nurse at the Women's and Children's Hospital. Our health system is getting a lot bigger. We're getting more people, and there's upgrades to hospitals like new emergency departments. Heaps of new beds are already open, but there's more on the way, so you can get the right care when you need it. It's all part of building a bigger health system. To find out what's happening near you, visit biggerhealthsystem.sa.gov.au.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
The team at Holiday Wonders are thrilled to offer the popular 17-day signature highlights tour of New Zealand at an exclusive sale fair. If you've been waiting for a sign to visit New Zealand, this is it. Enjoy over $510 per person in bonus inclusions, plus a $200 discount per person. Airfares from Adelaide, touring and meals are all included. For bookings and more details on this amazing offer, visit holidaywonders.com.au. This incredible deal is one you can't afford to miss.
Make your move into a new Mazda at the M event. From February 9 to 16, enjoy an M event bonus across selected 2024 models. Get $500 off CX-3, $750 off CX-5 and CX-80, or $1,500 off BT50. Head to your local Mazda dealer for the M event and make it yours today, while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. See mazda.com.au for details.
If Australians invented crunchy chicken with a creamy garlic filling, we might have called it chicken Coolangatta, or perhaps chicken Cootamundra. Thankfully, we didn't. Chicken Kiev, now only $6.99 for a 4-pack at Aldi. Good different.
Unique. Loyal. Fun-loving. That's what we look for in our pals. When you're next spending time with your best friends, don't forget some of the best pals you can have. Parafield Airport Liquor Store has your everyday favourites right through to those hard-to-find products. That's what great pals do. Sam and Jamie from Parafield Airport Liquor Store know every drop on the shelf, so you can always rely on their advice. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Pals. Next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
As an Officeworks for Business customer, save 5% on over 1,000 business essentials, now including tech and furniture. Sign up to Officeworks for Business today. Exclusions apply.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
21 past 3. We're in the middle of Tech Talk with Richard Pascoe, Adelaide Tech Guy. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialists. So if you have a question for Richard, jump on the phone, 8223 0000, or you can send a text like Daniel here, 044808 1395. Richard, Daniel says, I have an old HP laptop, probably from 2012, that I can't remember the password to. I have photos I want to retrieve. Any advice?
You give me a call, I'll come out and I should be able to break into the computer for you.
Oh.
And I have to do it on occasions because, especially when somebody passes away in the family. So whether it's a Windows computer or an Apple computer, I've got a little USB key and I can boot to that and remove the password. And then you should be in.
Lucky that key is with someone responsible, being used for good, not evil.
Exactly right, Stacey.
Let's go to Alan in Wallaroo. Hi, Alan.
Hi, Stacey and Richard.
Hi, Alan.
My question is, I've got a 10-year-old MacBook.
Yes.
And it says it's up to date, but there's a lot of other updates and it won't put on. Is it still safe to use?
Yeah, you should be fine to use it. Which operating system?
It's up to Monterey 12.706, and it won't seem to update anymore. I thought they mightn't be putting updates out for that.
You've come to the end of it, but it is still fine for you to use probably for the next couple of years, Alan.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for that, Richard. Have a great day. Cheers.
Thanks, Alan.
You too, Alan. See ya.
Bye.
But it's nice around in Wallaroo.
It is nice. I hope it's cool there. I don't think it's cool anywhere today.
No.
We were talking about floppy disks earlier with Joe in Manapara. Flash drives. What about USB drives?
People rely on them far too much.
Yeah.
You know, because they're basically made for 50 cents on there, and we put our lives on them. I've seen people with big bags of flash drives, and then suddenly they'll stop working. If that's your only copy of something, you need to have it somewhere else on there. I understand
I've got all
the
my wedding
convenience.
photos on a USB.
No, can we get them off?
Yes, okay.
All right. Otherwise, it'd be very sad, Stacey.
Yes, it would.
All right, if you ever want to go back and look at them.
Yeah.
On there. So, you know, they all have an infinite, what's called a read-write life on there. So, you know, copy on there, but a copy on your computer. Try and get a copy in the cloud. You know, and I keep talking to people about backups all the time. people don't seem to want to back up still. And, when I come and see you and we set up a computer, I always set up a backup for you. Because if you lost everything tomorrow, it's good to go and say, well, yeah, I've got the expense of buying a new computer, but I know that I'm going to get everything back.
Yeah.
So whether you do it through, OneDrive, which I think is a really good thing to go along and do, or there's Dropbox out there. But OneDrive with the Microsoft 365 subscription out there, you get a terabyte of storage, which does basically everybody, small businesses, a whole lot. 1 terabyte, a lot of the time is all you need.
Okay, that should be enough for most people.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know.
Which is good.
Tim on the text line wants to know if this is normal. My Telstra smart modem has totally died after just 10 months.
Could have just been a dud, Tim.
Would it be under warranty?
Oh, they'll swap it over.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
not an issue at all. I hope you've rung them up, Tim, and told them it's died. Because they can log into it from their end and just make sure.
Good, yeah. Ring them first.
Ring them first.
Before you replace it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And Marty in Salisbury Heights has a message. He says, can you let your listeners know that deleting files, photos, etc. does not mean they've been removed from your hard drive? Is that the case?
There is software out there to go along and bring them back, but people go along and do it. And I get people go along and I've deleted something from my hard drive. You can run a program through, but it also depends how long ago it was deleted. Because what happens is it can be overwritten on there. So, I partly agree on that, but for the regular people out there, it doesn't really matter that much on there. But, I've had people go, I deleted a file 6 months ago, and you go, what was it called? Not really sure, but can you get it back? It's... But it's been rewritten. We've used those devices all the time. So it basically starts to ride over it. Yeah. So, but there is software out there to go along and get that. Can I also just say, if you're buying a new computer out there, and it's an exciting time and I understand all of that, make sure that you know the hard drive size that you're going to require when you buy a new computer. So you look at the old hard drive and you say, I've got 500 gig of data on there. You're about to buy a computer with 256 gig. Ain't going to fit, Stacey.
Right.
All right? So I've had a couple of people do that lately. Go, well, that's cheaper. Everything should fit. It'll be fine. And you go, I don't know where we're going to put the other 256 gig that you've got along and done that.
And you can't add extra storage space once you've bought.
Some of them you can, some of them you can't.
Yeah, okay.
All right? It's a good thing to go along and do.
Yes. Better to do it ahead of time than after the fact.
Yeah, just a bit of prep.
Yep. Good advice.
Okay, mate.
Christine in Paralow is called in. Hi, Christine.
Oh, hello. I'm now actually in Semaphore.
Oh, well, lovely.
I've had a move. Hope you guys are lovely and cool anyway.
We are in here.
Yes, we are inside.
You got a nice breeze coming up in Semaphore, Christine?
Starting to just slightly, but I think it's about 43 out here at the moment.
Right.
Oof.
Never mind.
Stay
it's hotter
inside.
in other places.
Yes.
Richard, I just wanted to ask you about those. I get a lot of pop-ups with those clean-up apps.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't. Okay, I thought that was the case, but before I did it, I wanted to ask.
What phone have you got?
Just let me ask my grandson.
Right.
He's got an 11.
11.
11 what? iPhone?
Yeah.
iPhone 11. So, Christine, you're getting those messages because you've got too many tabs still open from browsing the internet.
Oh,
so what I want you to do is get your 11-year-old grandson or get your grandson to go along and close down every open tab that you've got in either Google Chrome or Safari, everything, shut it all down, then restart the phone and you shouldn't get that ad again.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank goodness for Richard and for grandchildren.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Nice work, Christine. Thanks for the call.
Bye.
Bye. And to do that, you have to physically go in. It's not enough to, when you do the double tap and you swipe apps up and close them?
You should. No, it's literally you go along, you open up like Google Chrome and it's got, if you looked at mine now, I've got 63 tabs open at the moment.
I'm a tab person
there is
as
an
well.
edit part at the bottom, and it says close all tabs and groups.
Oh.
All gone.
Oh, it gives me anxiety to close them
No,
all, though.
close them all.
What if I
Come on,
need it
Stacey.
again?
Come on, you should have saved it as a bookmark.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how to... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work that out.
63 is nothing.
I gave producer Sam a bit of anxiety today when he looked at my computer, and I think I had 23 tabs open.
Yeah, that's nothing. Go on, pardon up, Sam. Seriously.
Richard, thank you.
Thank you, Stacey.
Always fun. That's Richard Pascoe, Adelaide tech guy, in the studio every Wednesday to answer your tech questions. It's time for the 3:30 news, and yes, we've been talking about it all afternoon. It's hot. Where are you? What's the temperature? How are you feeling? How are you staying cool? Because it was forecast to get to 49 degrees in Oodnadatta. We're going to go there next.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. We're sweating through Wednesday, the mercury in Adelaide nudging 43. The CommBank has posted a $5 billion profit. The Gulf of Mexico has officially had its name changed by Google Maps. And in sport, a shocking start for the Sri Lankans in their one-dayer against Australia, losing 2 wickets in the first 3 overs. The 5AA forecast, sunny this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 27. Right now it's 42. We'll have more news at 4 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Summer's here, and 5AA's Workday has a fresh twist.
There it is, folks.
New to mornings, Graham Goodings now gets your day underway.
It's your show.
Covering the issues that are important to Adelaide.
You can chart the course of each morning.
Join Graham weekdays from 9 a.m.
I'm looking forward to it.
From midday, we move straight into conversation mode.
You know there's that guy you're always jealous of?
As Cornsey sits down with fascinating people with fascinating stories.
I think you're going to be as interested as I am.
From 1 p.m, an extra half hour of the stories developing across the afternoon.
You know, the news doesn't stop.
As Stacey Lee takes you through till 4 p.m.
I'm excited.
Then it's Adelaide's only local sports show with Rowie and Timmy G, talking sport for your drive home.
I cannot believe it, Stephen!
5AA's fresh sounding Workday. Always local, always Adelaide.
If your business needs finance fast, speak to Universal Finance right now. Universal Finance make business loans easy. Unsecured business loans and business overdrafts. Universal Finance can help your business now with same-day settlements in most cases. See Universal Finance in Kent Town or search Universal Finance. This is general advice only, and you should consider the terms and conditions before determining whether this advice is suitable for your situation.
When we say police home care, a lot of people think...
Okay, Margaret, I need you to step away from the vacuum cleaner.
When in fact, police home care is an approved My Aged Care and registered NDIS provider, available to all South Australians. For quality aged care or disability care in your own home, search Police Home Care, taking care to everyone.
If you want to cruise to just about anywhere in the world, Cruising Australia will plan it all for you. Flights, accommodation, everything. And if you're planning a big family holiday, Cruising Australia will help cater for every member of your family, from grandparents to grandkids. And the huge bonus everyone loves about Cruising Australia, you'll have 24/7 access to your own personal concierge should you need help or advice. It's just a phone call away. Visit cruisingaustralia.au. That's how you cruise.
If you need to fix your pipes, call Precise. Call Precise. If your toilet's blowing up, call Precise. Call Precise. If your lights aren't turning on, or your hot water is gone, or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Precise.
Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Call 1300 700 200. That's 1300 700 200. Precise Plumbing and Electrical. We're helping life flow.
Or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Call Precise.
Chemotherapy, radiotherapy, immunotherapy.
cancer treatment looks different for everyone. At Lift Cancer Care, our team of dietitians, physios, psychologists and exercise physiologists collaborate closely with your medical team to help you navigate your diagnosis. And we're dedicated to building your physical and mental strength to give you the best possible outcomes. So if you or a loved one are ever struck with a C word, think of the L word first. liftcancercare.com.au.
Explorer Caravans has moved to a massive new indoor showroom, now located at the corner of Grand Junction and Prospect Roads. It's so big in here you could get lost.
Dave, where'd you go?
My point exactly. The new Explorer Caravans. It's bigger and better.
Dave, did you hear what I was saying?
Sorry, hun, I didn't. This place is so big, I thought I lost you for a minute. Lose yourself in the new Explorer Caravans, corner of Grand Junction and Prospect Roads.
Live, local. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
26 minutes to 4 here on 5AA, and we are tracking the weather this afternoon. Extreme highs forecast right across the state. It was forecast to get to 43 degrees in the city, and we could still get there. Right now it's 42.1. But I hate to say it, it's nothing compared to what it is in Oodnadatta. Joe Calvert's at the Pink Roadhouse. Hello, Joe.
Hey, how you going?
Well, I'm all right. How are you?
Hot.
Yeah.
That's the only way to describe it. Yeah, very, very hot.
What are we talking? I think it was forecast to get to 49 today?
Yeah, yep. I just went out and looked at the thermometer a little while ago, and it was 49 in the shade.
Oh, in the shade.
Yeah. So, no way to describe it. You just open that door from the roadhouse, it just feels like you've opened the door to the oven, just gets right to the back of your throat. And, yeah, you can just feel that heat coming in at you.
Oh, I can only imagine. I think that's a record. I think we were forecasting that if it did get to 49, it was going to be an all-time record.
Yeah, record for February, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So have you had many people coming in, or is everyone just trying to stay inside?
A lot of the locals, they came in early, so they got in early, and we actually got some tourists come through at 2 o'clock. We shut between 2 and 4, sort of that peak heat of the day, but they got in just before 2 o'clock. And their air conditioners had actually broke on the car because the heat is that intense. So, yeah, they've pulled up, resting up and having some cold drinks and cooling down in the air conditioning.
Yeah, good. Okay, so you do have good aircon there.
Yeah, well, we've just got EVAPs in the roadhouse, but at least it just gives you that cold breeze, sort of keep you a bit cooler than outside anyway.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say an EVAP is for me right now. It's not really doing the job, but I'm also 20 weeks pregnant, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's better than nothing anyway. That's all we can say.
Well, that's true. But the good news, you've got some cold drinks.
Yeah, cold drinks. We've got Zupa Dupas. We've got ice cream in the freezer. So got plenty of stuff to cool you down and get through this heat wave.
Good. Is that the main way people are staying cool in Oodnadatta today? Have you heard of anyone doing anything else creative?
No, we just jumped in the pool and that helps cool you down a little bit. Yeah. But I think the main thing, everyone's trying to keep out of the sun and, keep inside, keep in the shade, and, yeah, we'll all sort of resurface tonight when the sun goes down.
Yeah, good. Well, the Bureau said it is on the way, but probably not till the early hours of tomorrow morning, I think. So it seems like it'll still be an uncomfortable night. What was last night like?
Last night wasn't too bad. I mean, we've had sort of 4 weeks now of every day over 40. We haven't had a day below 40 for at least 4 weeks. So the nights are warm. It takes you a while to cool down to get to bed. We sort of stay up late and get to bed when it's a bit cooler. But we're looking forward to tonight. That cool change, a 15-degree drop is going to be welcomed, that's for sure.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. I think the The low was 32.2 at 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, that,
the low.
That sounds about right. Yeah, which is a high for some places. So, yeah, no, we're definitely feeling it. I don't think we've been here for 5 months, but we lived in Marie for 7 years. You never get used to these sort of temperatures. Yeah, it's just something else.
Oh, I can only imagine. Well, only a few more hours to go, Joe. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, and keep those cold drinks going, and hope you can jump in the pool again this Arvo.
Yeah, no, we definitely will. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. It's Joe Calvert at the Pink Roadhouse in Oodnadatta. It did get to 49 degrees, he said, in the shade as well. Oh, tell me how it is where you are. 8223 is the number to call. We have a bit of an update from the State Emergency Service. They have said that heatwave conditions have been forecast for the following locations tomorrow. I'm looking at all of the regions for tomorrow, the 13th of February, a Thursday, and there is a low-intensity heatwave in every region. For tomorrow. So that's Adelaide Metro, Eastern Air, Flinders, KI, Lower Air, Lower Southeast, Mid-North, Mount Lofty Ranges, Murraylands, Northeast Pastoral, Northwest Pastoral, Riverland, Upper Southeast, West Coast and York Peninsula. All a low-intensity heat wave according to the SES for tomorrow. But for today, there has been a reduced threat in the Eastern Air Peninsula District forecast. So they've reduced that heatwave threat due to cooler conditions forecast. But as always, you can check the most up-to-date details on the SES website, and of course the total fire bans in place today. If you do want any updated information on the fire situation from the Country Fire Service, they'll have all the updates on the CFS website. And it does appear that this heat is it's impacting so many things at the moment. So that means there will be some reduced services on the tram lines this afternoon due to the forecast extreme heat. Well, it's not forecast, I think we're there. Michelle Spagnoletti is the Director of Service and Planning and Customer Experience with the Transport Department and joins you now. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Stacey.
So what's the reason for the reduced services?
Well, as the caller just said, because we've got very extreme heat today and we've had some consecutive days of extreme heat, we're just taking a precautionary measure to reduce the number of services on the tram network, particularly in the hottest part of the day, which is going to be about 4:30 to 6:30. So there'll be a total of 8 services that will be reducing. However, we will still be operating a 10-minute frequency during that time, and we will have some buses available just in case.
Right.
But yeah, we do encourage people to check out the Adelaide Metro website just before they head out, just to make sure, check in real time when their services will arrive, and also just make sure there aren't any disruptions.
Well, that was my first thought as well. When I saw reduced services, I thought, oh, not the day you want to be standing out in the heat waiting an extra long period of time for the tram to come.
Definitely not. So as I said, we've still got a 10-minute frequency, and we will have a couple of buses on standby in case there is any capacity. We are expecting, because of the heat, a lot of people have chosen to work from home. However, as I said, for those that are still travelling, please check the Adelaide Metro website just before you head out.
Mm. And so is it because of that risk of the lines buckling because of the heat, or is it to do with staff shortages, or what exactly is the heat-related reason?
So consecutive days of this kind of heat can cause some issues across the network. Track buckling is pretty rare, but it can impact the overhead wires or the signalling system. So we're just trying to take some pressure off the network during that hottest part of the day.
Okay. And the trams that will be running, they're all air-conditioned, aren't they?
Certainly are, yes. And at the moment, everything is running to schedule, so no impacts at the moment.
All right, so just give us the website again if you are planning on getting the tram. Just make sure you check it before you leave the office or you leave home to make sure you're not waiting in the heat for too long.
Definitely. So adelaidemetro.com.au.
Okay. Michelle, thanks so much for the update.
Thank you very much.
Michelle Spagnoletti there from the Transport Department. So there you go. If you're getting on the tram, be careful. Just check the website, the Adelaide Metro website, before you go and wait out in the heat. Today is not the day you want to be waiting out in the sun for an extended period of time. And take a water bottle with you, please. Yeah, we all need to be keeping up our fluids today. I know I've been drinking large, copious amounts of water. Yeah, it means more toilet breaks, but we need them. 8223 0000 is the number to call. How are you staying cool? I've got some tickets to give away. Why don't we do how have you spent today? Maybe you're like me and you've been very boring and you've stayed indoors to try and escape the heat. Or maybe you're like Jane on the text line. I've just hung out some washing. I'll probably be able to pull it in before I finish this text. 8223 0000 is the number to call. What have you done today? Maybe you've had to be outside. Maybe you've been working outside. Maybe you've been in the car. I hope the aircon in the car has been working. Maybe you have a car that doesn't have aircon. I'd love to hear from you. I've got prizes. Ring now for prizes. I've got a family pass to Signor Baffo at Gluttony. This is a show for the kids or grandkids. So if you think they might like to get along, call now, 8223 0000. And I've got a couple of Wallace Cinemas family passes as well. So everyone who calls will be a winner. Get on the phone.
With a Westpac home loan package, you'll save over $5,000 on interest in the first year alone that you can spend on whatever you like. I could finally get a parrot. Or maybe not. Either way, you can start saving today with a Westpac home loan package. Eligibility, credit criteria, T's and C's, fees, charges and $395 annual package fee apply. Based on a $400k Rocket Repay variable rate home loan standard package discount. Visit westpac.com.au/packages. Reach out to us today and let the savings begin.
At Simplicity Funerals, we have been keeping funerals simple and easy for over 40 years. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
Building a home is exciting. The possibilities are almost endless. But for a seamless and enjoyable building experience, it's crucial to choose the right builder. It will make a huge difference. It's the very reason why so many South Australians trust Rossdale Homes. With over 40 years' experience, the team at Rossdale are your local experts in custom designs, SDA housing, knockdown rebuilds, house and land packages, and more. And of course, Rossdale Homes are synonymous for their absolute fixed price contracts. It means there are no hidden costs, just peace of mind. So if you're ready to build with a team that puts you first at every stage of the building process, choose Rossdale Homes, because trust is a must.
The Unley Road Association presents An Evening Under the Stars, a magical outdoor concert featuring Adelaide's leading cover band Supernova. Bring a rug or chair, relax and enjoy this free family-friendly outdoor event. Proudly supported by Pickle in the Middle, Unley City Council, Brilliant SA Renovations, Harcourts Matthews, Bell Property and Unley Shopping Centre. Come along and support local Unley Road businesses and Operation Flinders. An Evening Under the Stars, Saturday, February 15 at Unley Soldiers Memorial Gardens from 6 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m.
Kangaroo Island. It's best enjoyed exploring stunning beaches, secluded and at one with nature, reconnecting and spending quality time together. Fall in love with the great outdoors, unpretentious, unexpected, untamed. Experience Kangaroo Island unfiltered. Book your self-drive getaway now at sealink.com.au.
Make your move into a new Mazda at the M event. From February 9 to 16, enjoy an M event bonus across selected 2024 models. Get $500 off CX-3, $750 off CX-5 and CX-80, or $1,500 off BT50. Head to your local Mazda dealer for the M event and make it yours today, while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. See mazda.com.au for details.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
12 to 4, after 4 o'clock, Rowie and Timmy G are on with the sports show, and I cannot wait to hear their take on the Ken Hinkley succession plan that was announced by Port Adelaide today. Josh Carr will take over at the end of the year as head coach. I'm looking forward to getting their thoughts, but now I'm looking forward to getting your thoughts on what you've been doing today to try and stay cool. Bill in Strathalbyn's called in. Hello, Bill.
Good afternoon, Stacey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
What have you been up to?
I'd like to put a shout out to the Alexandrina Council and the YMCA. Since pretty late in the morning, it's been 43 degrees here, and the local pool has been closed from 9:30 and it's reopening at 3 o'clock. Which I think they say it's for budget reasons, but surely they can make an exception on a day like today and yesterday.
Oh, that is very strange, Bill.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. On a day like today, you'd think it would be a nice place for people to go to cool down, go to the local pool.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of people get there in the mornings early, and then the school kids would be there now probably. But there's lots of mothers with younger children that aren't going to school that would like to be there without the rat race, if you like, with the school kids jumping and splashing and carrying on, and they just won't open it because they have a budget and they reckon they can't afford to open it.
Well, it's too bad it's not a Tuesday, Bill, because I reckon you'd have a good nomination for Turkey Tuesday there. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. That's Bill in Strath. Maxine in Paralawi has sent a text. We're in Paralawi. It's 46 degrees. Oh, my goodness. I'm sure it's been just as hot in Littlehampton. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Stacey. How are you?
Good.
Well, my day started at 6 o'clock in the morning in a cool 27 degrees, delivering to coffee shops through West Beach, Semaphore and Henley Beach.
Lovely.
And for the last 5-6 hours I've been delivering Valentine's Day flowers to all the service stations out there, ready for Friday. And it's been 44, 45 degrees most of the time. It's getting quite hot. And I'll be going till about 6:30. So it's been a long day.
Been a long day. How have the flowers held up, Mark?
Well, the van's refrigerated, so it's not too bad, but I don't know what they're going to be like come Friday in this heat, because a lot of them are right near doors that are opening and closing and the heat's coming in. So it'll be interesting, but a lot of flowers, a lot of red roses.
Well, on behalf of everyone who gets some flowers on Friday, we thank you for your service.
That's all right.
Thanks for the call, Mark.
It's a pleasure to do. No worries, Steve.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Oh gosh, deliveries all day. Yeah, at least the truck's refrigerated. Teresa is in Seaton. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Stacey. Love your program.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've just been listening here in my house that has been, my air conditioning hasn't been working for nearly 4 weeks now. And, of course, because of all of that, you can't get a tradie out to do it. I've had to go through insurance and everything else. So currently I've got a portable air conditioner that someone has borrowed, lent me for a little while, and a pedestal fan. My little miniature schnauzer, she's lying in front of both of those.
Aww.
And I've just been sitting in front of it as well. You know, that's the best I can do.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried the... I got a good tip last week from Professor Nicholas Spurrier. We all know about the cold flannel on the back of your neck, the wet flannel.
Yep.
But she suggested perhaps if you've got a big bowl or like a foot bath or something, put some icy water and put your feet in there, because it's those parts of the body that are the temperature gauges.
Yeah, I've actually just got all the ice cubes out to do that.
Oh,
you know?
Good.
Yeah, and I've got like a full bottle of ice cubes and water as well. You know, look, it's one of those things. It's going to finish shortly, so it'll be fine.
Yep. Oh, well, good on you, Teresa. At least you're trying to stay cool and you've got your water there, and hopefully you can get the aircon sorted soon.
Yeah, look, that'll be fine. It'll be cool before you know it. That'll be it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love your program and love listening to you.
Oh,
anyway,
thank you so much.
Have a good rest of the day.
You too.
See ya.
Thanks, Teresa.
Bye. Bye.
Let's go to Fulham Gardens. Hi, Don.
Hi, Stacey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yeah, I've been slaving away massaging people in a factory out at Cavan A big shout out to FIVEAA. They do all the dips, Red Rock dips, and
yum.
hummus dips. Yeah, so I've been slaving away in a little room, and the air conditioner, even though they've got air conditioning in the building, they don't have it in the first aid room. So I have been sweating bullets in there. But lucky they brought out a fan and, brought it in the room and kept me going. But now I'm headed home. It's 46 out here at the moment at Cavan. I'm heading home to Fulham Gardens to jump in the pool and cool off.
Do it. And don't stop. I find if you stop, if you take a breather inside, then you think, oh, it's nicer inside. I won't go in the pool. I think just walk straight there, jump straight in.
Exactly.
Did you say you've been massaging, Don?
Yeah, I do a lot of corporate offices and factories, all that sort of stuff, as well as I've got my own clinic in Fulham Gardens.
Oh, I thought
maybe massage.
I thought maybe they had an in-house masseuse there at the factory.
Well, I kind of am because I go there twice every fortnight, so I am their in-house masseuse.
In-house masseuse, there you go.
Yeah, because a lot of them get injuries with their shoulders, arms, backs, lifting heavy hummus and dips and stuff in the factory. So,
yum, you're making me hungry now.
I know, and I get free hummus dips to take home as well.
Oh, that's a bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the call,
worries.
Don.
Well,
Enjoy
I hope
the
you're staying
pool.
Cool. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Stacey.
Thank you.
Love your show.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Don in Fulham Gardens. Oh, my goodness. Everyone gets a prize. I think I have to give the Imagination Workshop tickets, the Signor Baffo Family Pass at Gluttony to Teresa in Seaton. Been there with no aircon all day, sitting in front of the pedestal fan with her mini schnauzer, did she say? Her mini schnauzer. So congratulations, Teresa. You've won a family pass to Signor Baffo at Gluttony, a chaotic kitchen, loads of laughs for the kids. Book at fringetix.com.au. But don't worry, Don, Mark, Bill in Strath, you're all getting Wallace Cinemas family passes. Everyone is a winner today. Catch a movie this week. Mitcham, Mount Barker, Piccadilly or Noarlunga. All sessions are at wallace.com.au. Speaking of winners, Timmy G's walked in. Hello.
Hot enough for you.
I'm about to venture outside. I'm not looking forward to it.
I had a look at Una Data. Reached 48.9, I think. Yeah. So it could be worse.
Definitely
it
could
can be worse.
We just crossed there.
Yeah.
They were
I remember
hot.
being in the Riverland, and I was in Berry, and they've got a little bowl land there. And we took the kids out, and I remember it was 48 that day. And it had been a hot spell. And as we walked across, we could see the bitumen bubbling. That's how hot it was. So, it could always be worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think we'll get a bit of relief tomorrow. Is that right?
We are, yes, overnight. I think in the early hours of the morning, it'll cool down.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Your house heats up, and it's hard to cool it back down and all the rest of it. But, any power outages? Just
Not
yet?
that we've seen. No, we haven't had any notification of power. It'll probably happen when everyone gets home and turns their air cons on.
Maybe that. In the meantime, you can listen to the sports show.
Well, exactly.
Power's on. You can get on board.
Keep
all
your
the rest
battery-powered radio.
And if you want to talk power, well, we've got the CEO of Port Adelaide coming on, Matthew Richardson, to talk about today's announcement about Ken stepping down and Josh Carr's succession plan. So I'm pretty sure people want to get into that. Also, where are they now? An absolute cracker today. And we'll talk to the 36ers captain. Big show.
Looking forward to it all.
Sure,
Rowie
mate.
and Timmy G on after 4. Thanks for your calls and your texts today. Stay cool tonight. Please keep the water up, and I'll talk to you at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Ray White, big name in real estate, but also the biggest name in business broking. What makes us big? Our people, like Brett Buckley and his team. MBA, lecturer, and multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year. Brett doesn't just read a P&L, he feels it. If you're selling or expanding your business, Brett can take your business apart and find you more money. And we're not talking small change. Go on, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA.
Aussie kids are active kids. Creative kids. Sporty kids. Are you a Weet-Bix kid?